last bastions of physical media in today's world. So first of all, I just want to say I want to try doing a little bit more of these like talking head kind of videos. Not that I'm still very much going to be doing my normal shtick and everything like that. I think I really enjoy doing that, but it's just a little bit easier for me to sit in front of the camera, talk real quick, go edit it, put some stuff up and post it online than it is sometimes for me to bring out the lights and set up the table and the cameras and write a script sometimes and stuff like that. So I think I'm going to start doing a little bit more of these talking head videos going forward. And although of course I'm always going to be goofy and stuff, it's not going to be so much goofs and gaffs and things like that. It's mostly just going to be me talking, which I think there's something to say for that. I don't think, I think there's a time to just talk and there's a time to be a little silly. And so that's what this is. I kind of just want to have a series where I just kind of sit down and give my thoughts and opinions on whatever. Not that I'm an expert. I'm not. But I do have opinions because that's still, legal on the internet as far as I know. Prove me wrong.
Boomer っていうのは baby boomer. Okay boomer って呆れ顔が正解です。
So today I wanted to talk about the Walmart Steelbook exclusives, which I think is a pretty big deal, as everybody seems to be abandoning physical media, at least in brick and mortar stores. Walmart seems to be picking up the pace and they're really going into this. Best Buy recently wiped out all of their physical media selection. There's not very many mom and pop shops around. They do exist, but they're few and far between, unfortunately. And so Walmart seems to have picked up the flag and is moving forward with physical media. And I think that's incredibly cool. And I think it's going to be a much more accessible way for people to pick up their physical media copies in person. I'm sure there's a Walmart on every street practically. And Walmart's physical media selection, at least where I live, for the last few years has been sparse to say the best. A lot of DVDs, which I personally don't really gravitate towards, although they do sell very well. It's not something that I usually look for. And their Blu-rays usually I'm not very much into either. So to have this renewed life from Walmart with these 4K and Blu-ray Steelbook exclusives, which I'll be talking about in just a second, I think is really cool. I know back when I used to collect DVDs, Walmart was like my favorite place because they had the $5 bins. You could find so much cool stuff, movie packs, anything. You walk in on a Friday night, you're going to find something to watch for $5 out of that bin. But as time moved on, it seemed like they were stuck in the past, and that's not really what most collectors look for anymore. Not that there aren't those people out there who do purchase those, and more power to you, but I certainly had moved on, and so I just didn't even really give it the time of day very much. Now that might be my problem, not not Walmart's problem, but it's certainly colored how I shopped at Walmart. So to have this renewed interest is very cool. So today I was actually out and I was just doing some grocery shopping, but there happened to be a Walmart across the street from the grocery store. And usually lately I just don't even bother going into Walmart. I guess I go through periods where I go a lot and sometimes I don't really go much at all. I live in a small town and the closest Walmart to me is actually like 25 minutes. So for me to go out there, usually there's a reason. The point is I was out there and I thought, you know what, I'm just going to check into Walmart. I kind of was interested in those 4K Steelbooks, but let me at least go look online and see what they even have and if they have any even in the store. So I looked online and I saw something that really piqued my interest, and that was that they had a Blu-ray Steelbook of Rad. And I thought, Rad? I didn't hear about this. That's weird. That's kind of crazy. I don't own Rad. I know Vinegar Syndrome put it out a few years ago, but as far as I know, it's out of print. But I was like, hell yeah. I mean, for $25, I'll go get a Steelbook of Rad. So I looked and it said that they had it in stock at that store, and I thought, I don't have anything better to do. I'll go check it out. So I went over and I went to, beelined it right to the movie section. I found the aisle and it was really just an end cap, but it was a whole end cap and they had tons of movies there. Now, granted, 90% of them were sold out, which I'll get to, but they had some really cool movies and I was surprised. Like I said, most of it was sold out, and unfortunately it said that Rad was in stock at this store, but it wasn't on the shelf. The shelf was completely void of Rad. I don't know if that's a glitch, if someone picked up and was walking around with it, if they put it down somewhere, how Walmart can be sometimes. When I was there, I saw a few other titles that piqued my interest. They had Creature of the Black Lagoon 4K Steelbook, which I thought was cool. They had Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey Steelbook, Little Monsters, Platoon, the Lost Boys trilogy, and they had a couple others that are escaping my thought right now, but they had a lot of missing titles there, which I thought was really cool. I thought that was very interesting because it tells me that people are buying these things. Rad was sold out, Anaconda was sold out, VHS was sold out, and they did have Cronenberg's Shivers, which is a Vestron release steelbook, which I thought was really cool, and they were only selling that for $20. They also had another Vestron title that was only $20. Those are really decent prices, and most of them didn't go above $30. There was like one title that was $35, but I can't remember what it is, and I think it was a new release. But I thought it was really interesting, and so I wasn't upset that they didn't have Rad. I'm gonna go look for it eventually again, but I did pick up a couple titles, and that's what I kind of wanted to talk about today. First of all, I picked up American Psycho. This is the American Psycho 4K steelbook. Here's the front and here's the back. And this, of course, is the one where his face peels off, which is really cool, right? And then on the back, you have the axe. And you open it up, you have a digital code, which I'm not going to show you, but they have a digital code, so it's 4K, Blu-ray, and digital code, which a lot of people throw those away, but you can actually resell those. And Christian, Planet CHH talked about this recently, where, you know, you can recoup some of the money you spend on these by selling your digital codes. There is a market for it, especially on Reddit, and there are some websites, you have to do your own research on that, but you can resell them. You know, unless you're going to use it, you know, someone's treasure might be your trash. Someone else's trash might be your trash might be someone else's. Your trash might be someone else's treasure. So anyway, the inside of this, we have that. And this is a really cool release. This was this is only $25. And so we have some special features, of course. We have deleted scenes with optional director commentary, American Psycho from book to screen, 4K only. I believe that's a making of documentary. 80s Downtown, audio commentary with director Mary Herron, audio commentary with writer Guinevere Turner. So, you know, you got some special features, and this is the unrated cut, by the way, which is cool. And ironically, or not ironically, but funnily enough, back in October, if you remember, Walmart did a run of Blu-rays with, you know, special slipcovers, 31, Texas Chainsaw 3D, Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, among others, and they did American Psycho. Now this is just an American Psycho Blu-ray. It has mostly the same special features except for the making of documentary. But I'm not sure if this was just repackaged in this slip or if this is actually a new pressing. It's certainly not a new scan or anything like that. I was wondering, do I really want to upgrade it? But I thought, A, I really like this slipcover. It is really cool. And B, I really want to support, as much as I hate to say it, I want to support what Walmart's doing. I'm not the biggest fan of Walmart as a whole, but I do think that they're doing something important with these 4Ks. So, you know, I thought it was worth upgrading. Now, this was only $10, by the way. This Blu-ray was $10, right? So that 4K was $25. So it's really not that much of a jump when you think about it, especially if you sell that digital code. And I'll be putting some screenshots up of the Blu-ray versus the 4K, maybe a quick little video back and forth, so you get the gist of what that upgrade actually looks like, because I'm not someone who upgrades all my stuff. I really don't. And this next title was actually, I was quite on the fence on this next title, which is Creepshow. This is the Creepshow 4K. Now this is a Walmart exclusive for sure, and this is, you know, they partnered with Scream Factory, and that is the Creepshow Walmart exclusive 4K. This one I almost didn't get. And I was really torn on it because I'll tell you why I got it. I got it because I really like this. I'm not a Steelbook guy, but I really like the Steelbook artwork. And I do have, you know, I have quite a few Steelbooks, but it's not like a make or break for me. But I really do like this artwork, and I really like the inside of it as well. I'm missing a disc because I'm ripping it right now, so I can show you the back and forth screenshots as well as some video. But the inside of this is so cool looking, right? And the artwork and everything. And I don't actually own Scream Factory's 4K version of Creepshow, so I thought, if I'm gonna get one 4K of Creepshow, this is the one I want. And the reason it was difficult for me is because I have Scream Factory's Blu-ray version of Creepshow, which I think looks incredible. And I don't really think that you need to upgrade to 4K. I mean, I haven't watched the 4K yet, so I guess we'll see if my opinion changes, but this is a really good looking 4K, and this is a really solid release. So I was like, you know, do I really need to upgrade this for $30? And that's yet to be seen, because I love this release from it's one of my favorite Scream Factory releases. You have the comic book art there. And then, of course, you can flip it around to the original art if you so choose. So, you know, I mean, I love Creepshow, but I'm like, do I really need, like, this is a nice release, but I'm glad I did. I'm not upset about it by any stretch, but, you know, like I said, I figured if I'm going to get a 4K of Creepshow, I want it to be this one. Now, this is a limited edition Steelbook, so that leads me to wonder, what does that mean? What does limited edition mean? Are they going to repress these? We all know with Best Buy, the answer a lot of times was no. But with Walmart, them testing testing the waters here, dipping their toes in, and seeing that these, now there was only one left of these. I mean, there was two left. I took one and I left one, and that was the only one left at that store. I don't know how long these had been up on the shelves, but like I said, that section was pretty cleared out. So it seems like these things are selling quite well. I guess my FOMO kicked in a little bit, and I thought, well, I better get it now, kind of a thing, because I don't know if we're going to see these go on sale, but I'm happy that I picked it up. And again, I'm really happy that Walmart's doing this, because they seem to be one of the last brick and mortar stores that care. We know Target is pretty much useless when it comes to physical media. Best Buy is out of the game. There's a store, you know, in New England where I live called Newbury Comics. Actually, I'm wearing one of their sweatshirts right now, which, you know, they're a great store, but they discontinued selling physical media a couple years ago. And that's where I used to get most of my physical media, was at Newbury Comics. They had used stuff, new stuff, like you name it, they had it. And I built a lot of my collection on that store, and they don't do it anymore either. Now, will that come back? That's yet to be seen. But the point I'm trying to make is there's not a lot of physical media stores anymore, and I think that it's important what Walmart's doing, and I think unfortunately we have to support them. Whatever you want to think about Walmart, I'm not going to get up on a soapbox. I think that they're doing something really important here. So yeah, that's my 2 cents on this. I'm going to put up the Blu-ray versus 4K comparison for American Psycho and for Creepshow. And I do plan on picking up more of these. Rad, I'm definitely going to keep an eye out for. Shivers, I'm probably going to pick up. I'll do another video on this when the time comes. But thanks for watching. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.